Alright, video to follow up on the stupid gender fallout, which I just can't believe there was, gray area type fallout, because I mean, it's just, I watched the video and again, and I watched the damn comments, and it's just, no, come on, you guys. I mean, this was simple stuff. I mean, I specified the goddamn things that I thought were bullshit, and you guys didn't argue those specifically. So what I'll have to do now, I guess, is just really quickly ask some of these questions again, and just see what you guys who had contentions, what you guys are going to say. Okay, so question number one. Yeah, so should men, is an inherent trait of being a man, does that mean having to endure physical assault? Is that something that makes you a man, or is that just simply a societal construct? First question. So let's just do an example. Yeah, so say there's a guy gets assaulted by another guy who's 10 times stronger than him and 10 times more equipped to fight. That's scenario A. Scenario B is a woman gets assaulted by a man who's just barely stronger than her. So we got one assault, guy is 10 times stronger than the victim. Second assault, the victim is just slightly weaker than the attacker. What's the bigger crime here? Scenario A, it's a man. Scenario B, it's a woman. What's the bigger crime here? I just want you guys to answer that, okay? Second question would be the sleeping around thing. I brought that up. You guys said, well, no, it really is all nature-based, somewhat of it. So is that nature-based? Because this is that specific gender role I brought up. If women sleep around, are they whores? Is their character more degraded than the character of men who sleep around with a bunch of sluts? Or women who sleep around with a bunch of man whores? Is this completely the same? Or do you guys actually believe that it's inherently, there's got to be some baggage to it based on gender? Just answer that, please. Because some of these gray area type comments, I mean, wow, it's just amazing. Third question would be, I guess, the gay thing, the men who speak in Valley Girl accents. Should they be assumed to be gay for it? And I guess the inverse would be, women who do the butch thing. Should any woman who feels more comfortable talking in a butch manner, is it really fair to assume that they must be a lesbian for it? Or is that just a society imposed bullshitism? Guys, I spoke about the goddamn fucking gender roles in a context of civilization. Okay, I acknowledge that there's physical differences, but what are the physical differences? Yeah, women can give birth, and men can, they can do the fighting thing probably more often than not in a more effective way. They can be the hunters, the gatherers, and all that bullshit. But I'm talking civilization, okay? And when you look at the human brain is identical in both sexes. Absolutely identical. There's no distinction. And we know that estrogen and testosterone are interchangeable between the sexes. So there's nothing inherent that that aspect can what's the best way to phrase it? You can't have estrogen or testosterone impact the goddamn objective intelligence. If someone's being an objective thinker, the fact that they may have some sort of barriers to that imposed by estrogen or testosterone, regardless of whether or not it's interchangeable or not, you can still use the objective intelligence to filter that bullshit out of your psychology and not have it blind your perspective. And since I'm talking about gender roles in a manner of civility, that's what matters, is the filtered intelligence perspective, and whether or not both sexes are equally capable of it. So yeah, I did mention the physical distinctions and how that's the only thing that we need to, not even dwell upon, but that's the only thing we need to take into consideration. The really important part here is that, there will be people who'll say things like, well, women can't do philosophy. They're a bit too emotional, a bit too, a kid pops out of them, so they think they know the secret to the universe. Yeah, that can be the case, of course. But to me, when you say shit like that, and when you make general statements like women can't do philosophy because of that, because they get, that they're wearing the desire goggles or something like that, that's no different than going around looking at prison statistics and drawing based on those that there's an inherent barrier that black people have based on the fact that the prison population is, more the ratio. When you look at blacks and when you compare it to the white ratio, yeah, the blacks have a higher incarceration percentage. So saying that women can't do philosophy because of the statistics or whatever that showcases that yeah, they do the baby thing and then they go crazy over the baby, so that prevents them from doing the objective thing. It's no different than looking at prison statistics and drawing based on those that there's an inherent barrier blacks have to being civilized. It's the exact same fucking parallel. So that's pretty much why I felt the need to bring that topic up. And it's not a trivial topic. It's a fucking important topic because it's discrimination. It's just deep-seated prejudice, and we're not at a point where we can really grasp it still. Just like 50 years ago, we weren't at a point where we could grasp that, yeah, prison statistics and all that sort of bullshit, there's nothing inherent to the fucking goddamn pigmentation that causes those. No, it's other outside factors contributing to it. So yeah, that just really quick video. Hopefully you guys will answer the 3 questions. I think I had some more examples, but yeah, these are pretty much the three main ones. Are these things imposed by society, these little rules, these little truisms that we have, or should men be assaulted if they can't defend themselves? Is that a part of being a man? And is it is it fair to call a woman a slut if she sleeps around, but a man a player if he sleeps around? And yeah, the gay thing. Should we assume that the goddamn men acting girly makes them gay and women acting manly makes them lesbian? Is that a fair assumption to make? Answer those 3 questions. And yeah, that's it for this video. Bye bye.